Hello and welcome back to the EPC podcast where we are exploring how technology transforms industries. I'm Nishad and today we are talking about a journey that every engineering, procurement and construction or EPC firm faces at some point, moving from Excel spreadsheets to a full-fledged ERP system. So if you've ever wondered how EPC firms manage complex projects, track budgets, coordinate teams, and meet deadlines while juggling endless spreadsheets, this episode is for you. We'll be covering the struggles and the wins and the lessons learned along the way. So let's start at the beginning, the Excel era. Picture this, every project team maintaining separate Excel files for engineering, schedules, procurement lists, budget tracking, and progress updates. Nothing is centralized. Mistakes are common, updates are slow, miscommunication is rampant. I've seen these firms where three different versions of the same procurement list existed simultaneously. The site team followed one version, finance tracked another, and engineering had a third. Delays and reworks were unavoidable. Yet Excel felt similar. It was easy to use, flexible, and everyone knew it. But the bigger the project grew, the more chaotic it became. Critical data was buried in endless rows and tabs, and with multiple projects running simultaneously, tracking real time progress was almost impossible. Now, let's talk about the struggle to implement ERP. Transitioning from Excel isn't just about technology, but it's more about people and processes. The first hurdle, resistance to change. Team members were used to doing things their way, and the idea of learning a new system felt overwhelming. There was also the perception of cost, both in terms of money and time. Migrating years of historical Excel data into ERP was a daunting task. Technical challenges were real too. Mapping unstructured Excel workflows to a structured ERP system required careful planning. Teams had to standardize their processes first, which sometimes felt like building a foundation before even starting construction. And of course, there were learning curves. Early mistakes were inevitable. For instance, one firm uploaded the wrong budget version into ERP during the pilot phase, and the system immediately flagged huge variances. Panic ensued, but it became a powerful lesson on data accuracy and verification. But the journey is worth it. Once ERP started running, the challenges were transformative. Centralized, real time project data became available for all stakeholders. Budget overruns could be caught before they became critical. Procurement delays became visible early, and reports that once took days could now be generated in minutes. Let me give you a concrete example. A small, mid-sized infrastructure project was struggling with frequent cost escalations due to procurement issues. After ERP implementation, material planning and procurement processes were automated. Within the first 6 months, procurement delays dropped by 30% and nearly $200,000 in potential overruns were avoided. Collaboration improved dramatically. Engineering, procurement, and the project teams were now on a single platform communicating effectively. Even subcontractor performance and compliance were tracked automatically, and ERP wasn't just digitizing their processes, it was actually improving outcomes, decision making, and accountability. Now, from this journey, a few lessons stand out. For example, start small and scale fast. You can pilot one module or department first before rolling out across the firm. Invest in training and change management. Well, people adapt faster when they understand the benefits. And the third one would be continuous improvement. So, ERP isn't a set it and forget it system. Regular reviews, feedback loops, and process optimizations keep it effective. After the transition, EPC firms evolved in remarkable ways. Projects ran smoother, costs became more predictable, and decision making became truly data driven. Some firms are now exploring predictive analytics, mobile dashboards, and advanced reporting, things that were impossible in the Excel era. Now, if you're an EPC firm and you're still running on Excel, my advice is simple: just don't wait. Start by addressing your most painful bottlenecks, maybe procurement, project tracking, or reporting. Choose an ERP system that aligns with your workflows. Involve your teams early and often; their buy in is critical. The transition may feel challenging, but the payoff, efficiency, transparency, and growth, is well worth it. Lastly, moving from Excel to ERP is just a technology upgrade. If you think that, it's not, but it's a technology upgrade, but it's a complete transformation of culture, processes, and outcomes. EPC firms that embrace this journey gain centralized visibility, improved collaboration, and measurable financial benefits. So, yeah, that was much for today. And thanks for tuning into ERP Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, do subscribe and share it with your colleagues who are still navigating spreadsheets. Until next time, it's Idios from my end.